go over here. Dun, 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 dun. Car wash? Oh no, I can't. I don't have a car. Yeah, low of 12. Don't get petrol in your eye. I forget how to ride this thing. Excuse you. It's all or nothing, I guess. Good morning, everybody and anybody. I don't even remember how to ride this thing. It's been so long. I'm literally losing my mind. So since I can't ride, I sit around at home and I watch YouTube and all these other things, and I come across a lot of videos that are like, you know, biker road rage and stuff. It just comes up when you watch a lot of motorcycle videos. I'm sure you've seen them. Hopefully I can make my point. I wanted to talk a little about road rage, because it's very difficult on a bike to refrain from a bit of road rage, especially when you feel like your life's been endangered. It does make sense to feel all of those feelings. When somebody cuts you off or almost hits you or whatever, it's easy to feel very enraged, because it's not like they could have just damaged your property or whatever, but, you know, they could have seriously hurt you. And so it makes sense that it's going to bring up these emotions that, you know, frankly, you're going to have to learn to control. Remember, this is just the way that I see things. This is by no means like the bottom line or whatever. And road rage is kind of its own thing to be addressed. And I don't really want to address particularly road rage. What I want to talk about is basically like road overreactions. Because the truth of the matter is you chose to ride a bike. You don't have to ride a motorcycle. You could drive a car just like everybody else. But the overreacting to these things when someone pulls out in front of you or almost hits you, and even though a person can feel justified, like they didn't use their turn signal and they pulled right out in front of me, well, yeah, that's enough to make you really annoyed. If they had used their turn signal and turned in front of you, would that have made it any better? Well, no. There isn't a single motorcyclist in the entire world that doesn't know that you're harder to see on a bike. And there is nothing you're going to say, there's nothing I'm going to say, there's nothing anybody is actually going to say on a billboard, something featured on the news. Nothing is going to make people look out for motorcyclists to the degree that we want. And I believe that because of that, we have to adjust our thinking, because we have chose to do this. And although it makes sense that we get angered and stuff when someone pulls out in front of us, because ultimately we're scared. When we get scared, we get angry. And when we get angry, we just do stupid things. And even though logically that makes a lot of sense, it's still hard to control our feelings when we get to that point. But when you decide to ride a motorcycle, you know that things are going to go wrong. So when they go wrong, to get mad about it, you really should be mad at yourself. We should be mad at ourselves. It's one of those things that it just comes with owning a motorcycle. You don't buy a motorcycle and say, you know, I really don't want the hassle. I would really like to not have all the negatives that come with riding a bike. I don't want people to stereotype me into being one of those hot-headed bikers. I don't want that. And, you know, I want to have a lot of fun, but I don't want to have to repair it. You know, I want to look cool. I don't want people to pull out in front of me. You can't pick and choose like that. If you're going to ride a motorcycle, guess what? You're going to have road problems. Like, it just comes with it. And since there is not a single motorcyclist out there that is ignorant to that, I feel like we have to adjust, because changing our way of thinking is actually going to be beneficial. Getting off your bike and going up to someone and being like, open your eyes, you idiot, learn to drive. take your mirrors and blah, blah, blah. You know they're not going to. Like I said before, there's nothing that's going to make people see motorcyclists to the degree that we want them to. And you can bang your head on that all you want. It's not going to change it. It doesn't do any good to start yelling at somebody for something that you know they're going to do. I don't know. I feel very frustrated towards things like that. Like, say this person in front of me has had an encounter with a motorcyclist, and that guy was a jerk or something. You know, maybe this person just made a mistake. We're not perfect people. We do make mistakes. Maybe this person made a mistake and the other motorcyclist was just, you know, he came out totally fine. It just scared him. And because he didn't have any self-control, he took it out on this person. Well, now I'm following this person and he's looking in his rear view mirror and he's basically labeled me the same way that that other person proved themselves to be. And that's frustrating. Because, like right now, I'm trying to give him his space. I'm not tailgating him. But see, he doesn't know that. This person in front of me doesn't know that. If they've had some kind of nasty run-in, or maybe a motorcyclist smashed his mirror off, how ridiculous is that to be mad at somebody because they didn't see you? Oh, so now I'm going to smash your mirror off. So now you can't see anything. That is so counterproductive. It's from someone who doesn't seem to have self-control. But everybody yelling at everybody else isn't going to improve the situation. Like this guy in front of me, he's probably, if he had that bad run-in with another motorcyclist that was a jerk and yelled at him for a mistake we all could possibly make, if he doesn't have more self-control than that biker or motorcyclist, then he's going to start messing with me. Even though I'm like totally giving him room and everything. I'm not an aggressive rider like that. But it puts me at risk. Every time some other motorcyclist yells at somebody else, it's just motorcyclists are not bad people. And people in cars are not idiots. What was that? You pulled right out in front of me! Should I yell at this person? I have literally seen that on YouTube. Here we go. We're going to yell at this person. We're going to be like, what are you thinking? I almost crashed. I'm scared and now I'm mad. I don't know if I made my point or not, but maybe I did, maybe I didn't. That's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I hope it's sunnier and warmer where you are than where I'm at. Anyway, see y'all later. Bye.